to Red and Back TV. I'm your host, Stos, co-host Banana. Usual panel heads, Boz, Azza, and we got Bucca back on board again. Pretty much let's go into our post-match. It's been a while. Let's talk about the wins.
Lovely win. I enjoyed it.
Lovely.
I loved it. What do you mean? The Mariners were defending all game. We're waiting for our chance.
Let's answer that now, knowing that they just beat FC 2-0. Does that make that win a bit more
satisfying?
valuable?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would agree with that.
Oh, a little bit kicking the balls too, because we should have beaten Sydney FC.
Yeah,
should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
In that sense.
I think the Mariners did good with a quick turnaround. I think they would have been a bit pissed off they didn't get a result against us as well. So I think that added to them. I mean, it's always good to see Sydney lose anyway, so who gives a shit?
Absolutely.
A scrappy win's a good win. It's a good sign.
I wouldn't say it was scrappy.
It was scrappy, bro.
How was it
Against
scrappy?
Central Coast.
How was
Yeah, it was a
scrappy?
scrappy game. But
Was it really
that first-
scrappy?
I think it was the same as the Sydney game. I think second half they were non-existent.
No. This, like I said it to you, I think I said it to Dan at the game, or I can't remember, Dennis or someone. The Sydney game, our Sydney game seemed a lot more quicker than the Central Coast game. We were really, really slow with
Yeah,
the play.
but don't forget, Mariners were sitting back in their whole fucking half
So
the
was
whole
Sydney in
time,
the second
all right?
half. So was Sydney in the
We
second
can't bombard every
I-
single fucking
I don't think
second.
they were sitting back the whole second half. I think the way we were playing didn't allow them to actually come forward.
In football, you need by the end. You need a bit of luck. So as a coach, you know during a game or after a game, you feel like you've been unlucky or the calls haven't gone your way. All you hope for is by the end of the season, the calls that have gone your way and that haven't evens out. All right. So let's look at the game right now. So we scored our goal 10 minutes before that. You got Nisbet, that young player.
Yeah.
Nisbet.
Talented young kid.
Yeah.
Hits the post from just outside the 6-yard box.
Should have scored.
Should have scored. Should have. Any day of the week, that's a goal.
Yeah.
All right. I think he shit his pants, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he
I
probably
was wondering what that smell was at the game.
he probably hasn't found himself in positions like that too often. So he's not experienced. So he missed a great chance to take the 1-0 lead. Things would have been much different. Maybe a point at best, but we wouldn't have won. No. So now looking at the game, if you want to say we were lucky, I think looking at that opportunity 10 minutes before we scored, I'd say we're lucky.
We were lucky.
You know?
Mariners had the greater clear-cut chances.
I even think
No one can argue. No one can argue that.
No, I agree.
Second half, we really suppressed them. I don't remember Margush touching the ball second
Yeah,
half,
yeah.
apart from with his feet or goal kicks.
I think as the game went on, their coach was happy with a draw.
Yeah.
He said, all right, let's things haven't gone our way. Let's at least take a point out of this. And went into his shell.
Yeah.
So I think that backfired on him.
We normally have a good run up there.
Yeah. Well, look, it's a different Mariners outfit.
It is.
That's
Mariners have this, even last couple of games, if you watch all the games, they have this mongrel to them that they've never had. They have this, like, dirty side to them. Like, in the past seasons, they've always been too nice, I think. And now they got this little, where they're willing to get dirty.
You're what, Matt Simon?
Matt Simon's a different story. He should have been off. Like, he's
How,
a grub.
that's
Like,
another
he's a
thing.
grub.
There's another thing I want to dab
Three
into
yellow
there.
cards that
Yeah.
first half.
How did that not go to VAR?
I don't know.
How didn't he get a red card at all?
so.
Are we talking about the Backers challenge?
Yeah, the back
Both of them.
Backer's challenge should have
even
been
with Ziggy.
worst case a yellow, and that second challenge on Ziggy on the floor should have been
It was the other way around. It was the other way
a
around.
yellow.
It was the Ziggy one first and then
Any
the Backers.
play off the ball, kicking someone's hip area off the ball completely. You took a swap. I don't care how hard or how it was. The intent was there.
Yeah, 100%.
Is a straight red.
It is. 100%.
Now, if you're not going to have VAR come in for that, right, which is VAR's coming for clear and obvious
Or at least tell the ref
errors
to have
or
a
off
look.
the ball stuff, that's a straight red in any day of the day of the week, right?
Hard out.
So Matt Simon's lucky to stay on field. What disappointed me was, I was extremely disappointed in this. So right after that Ziggy instance, he kicks him. He stands over Ziggy, yells at him, standing over him, whatever you want to call it, intimidation, whatever. And the only player that came in to back him up was Tass, a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolan's. I don't mind him being captain, but if you're gonna fucking touch hands and have and build that friendly relationship in the game, that's not on, bro.
Yeah.
You got to
be
come in,
first,
fucking push him off. If that means getting a yellow, cop the fucking yellow, yeah. But you send out a clear message,
out.
yeah. Tass, a 21-year-old player, should not be coming in defending a player that's on the floor, yeah. For me, I was very disappointed in that. I was waiting for someone. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, seconds came over. He was still standing over him, Ziggy, and then Tass comes in and pushes him off.
Credit to Russell.
Yeah.
Credit to him.
Credit.
Yeah, but Doran should have been. That's your boy. Like you're the captain.
Don't come in and hold his hand and
Yeah.
have a little
No,
friendly
push,
convo.
man.
That's fucking. That's
Yeah.
when mongrel. You got to bring that mongrel.
100%.
So he should have came in and fucking pushed him off.
Doran's backers. They should have been the first.
Cop the yellow for his team, but that yellow is something that sends out a clear message to your team.
And
Yeah,
he
we're not
gains
copying
respect.
any fucking shit today. Yeah, if we're gonna fucking play with a bit of grit, then so be it.
100%.
You
And
know?
gains respect. You're captain.
Yeah.
So you got to be.
That was the only thing I was disappointed with.
Yeah.
Coming back to the game, very resilient. It's a game that I don't think we would have won in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We showed a lot of resilience in keeping the score 0-0. The subs made a difference, and I think 1-0 win, I'll take it. Especially looking at what they just did against FC.
100%.
2-0 wins. Mariners are turning into a. I won't see them they're in the top 4 at the end of the season, but they're turning into a bit of a Burnley, right? Where they're a bit of a thorn in the
They're a solid outfit.
solid
That will sneak
outfit
some
that's
results.
not going to lose many games, but they're gonna get a result here and there and surprise for a few people.
They're not
So
going to be scoring
They've got a-
spectacular team goals.
yeah.
They're
got
going to
a-
be getting that real gritty. I mean, look at even the goals they scored against Sydney.
Yeah.
An own goal, and the other one was like a long ball knocked down with that Qual guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good little player, actually.
Yeah.
They've got a little game plan going on, and when it works for him, and then when they can have that chance to pounce on like they did against Sydney,
Well, that's a good
bang,
coach.
got the
Yeah.
He
goals
knows he
in.
hasn't got the cattle.
Yeah.
He knows he hasn't got the cattle that's going to get 60.
is it the coach?
Yeah, Stagic.
Yeah, Stagic.
He
The
knows he's not
Matildas
going to have 60-65% possession with that squad. When you look at that squad, they've either played for 3-4 A-League clubs or they're all NPL players. Throw in, okay, Bozanic and Matt Simon aside, and Birighitti. The rest are all guys, not just youth, but
What did
guys
they come last year? Last?
dead last. They've been
Credit.
spoon for 3 years.
I'm gonna credit the Mariners here. Usually when a team does come last, they usually look for changes.
Yeah, big changes.
Big
Overhaul.
changes. A complete overhaul of the system, coaching style, whatever. They've come dead last, right? And they've stuck to their guns. Yeah, they've showed faith in their coaching staff. And 4 rounds in, they're top of the table.
They are top league.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
credit to them,
The
man.
days of seeing Central Coast and go, yep, that's a win. I think you can't do that this year.
No, you can't.
You'll take a 1-0 scrappy win against Central Coast.
And they're going to get stronger as they go.
Yeah.
They look extremely fit. I think that's
I'm happy to see
They've got
that.
something to prove.
as
They
a
do,
coach.
eh?
As a coach, right? You might have a squad that's not the most talented, but what you say to yourself is, if I can get these boys fit and running for 90 minutes,
Yeah.
I can compensate for that lack of talent with our conditioning and fitness.
Yeah.
So each player runs the extra kilometers, whatever.
Yeah,
So I think
fitness
that's
and
what's
heart.
happened. They said we're not going to have the most talented squad this year,
Yeah.
but if we can get these boys fit for a 90-minute period, we might get results, and it's showing.
It comes down to the system you implement for the players that you have.
That's right.
That's it.
What about our blokes? Is there any blokes stand up for you?
Nada.
How about, let's talk about that young bloke, the new centre back.
Nada.
Nada.
He
That stepped in,
impressed.
obviously.
As a
Miguel.
centre back, if you don't remember a game, it's a good game. And I think he had a part to play in our goal. Actually, I think he started the build up. Yeah.
He probably needs to get a
He
haircut.
made the long ball.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to get a haircut.
No, he made the long ball that
The
led to
goal.
the goal. The long ball that went over Kamau's head
Yeah.
that led to the.
I do got an issue with him.
I thought he was
Cut the hair, bro. The hair's got to go, bro.
I think he's trying to do like the 80s
Come
style.
out to my
It's
area.
not working, bro. Whatever you're trying to do, 80s, 70s, 60s, it's not working, bro. Cut it off. Let's get you a fresh blend for over in Fairfield. All right, I'll pay for it if you need
Skin
to.
fade, nice
Let's
skin
get a
fade.
nice skin fade
Hey,
going, bro.
he was solid. He made a couple little
little blunders here and there.
but he made up for it.
to the
And you
point.
got to remember, that's a baptism of fire. He was mere marking Matt Simon. Like I don't rate Matt Simon as it is, but that's a tough gig.
It is.
It's intimidating.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I think
And
he
he held it.
held his own, which is why going back to what we said in the other podcast, do we change our back three this week? No.
No, keep him in.
Really?
Did well.
Show the
Yeah,
face.
keep him in.
So is McGowan match fit?
No,
He's
he's
out for
6
6
weeks.
weeks,
6 weeks.
What's
What's the injury, Bucca?
Hartledge.
Was that cartilage?
Hartledge.
Cartilage.
Hartley.
I got
No fucking heart.
Oh, Jesus.
Enlighten us with what the Hartledge is.
Hartley.
Well, obviously I coach as well, and that's what you say
I don't know.
to the
I
boys.
don't know what the injuries, but there was some sort of ligament damage.
Is it knee?
I don't know if it was a knee or an
I
ankle.
thought it was his
from the
voice
derby.
box. His voice box.
But then I know we give him a lot of shit, but he got injured in that derby, but he played on.
Yeah, credit to him.
I don't give him a lot of shit. I only just give him
You
shit
give him a lot.
because he doesn't.
You give him a lot.
And credit,
right?
credit to our podcast. We've got a bit of a curse going on here. So whoever we dislike that usually hasn't played the following week. Started with Georgievski. He was
We got
benched
five-
straight
we got-
up.
we got-
Ibini was benched.
Yeah.
So we got 5 weeks
Banana
to
didn't like
McGowan.
McGowan. McGowan's gone for
McGowan
6
got
weeks.
Because
So
of
you
the
better
bullet
fucking
thing.
pull up or we're going to bench you.
Not I don't like him.
The curse of the
man.
podcast.
I didn't say I don't like him. I said I want
McGowan,
he's
but
our
I hates you,
captain.
bro. He hates you, but McGowan.
I didn't say he was. I didn't say I don't like him. I said fucking. Just,
Look at the hate.
he's our captain,
To
bro.
be
He's not
fair,
talking enough.
Banana never questioned his talent.
Nah, he can't
no.
question.
Or as a player, he questioned his responsibilities as a
But
captain.
you got
he
different
did.
captains. You
I'd
got
agree with
captains that lead by example, that are quiet.
He's expecting a John Terry.
I know what he's
expecting
expecting.
a Roy Keane.
I want to talk
He's
about
Steven Gerrard, bro.
Yelling bar.
the man, bro. Like our goalkeeper is more demanding than some of our players in the field.
I wanna give a special shout out to someone.
Here we go. Love stories, his dedication.
I don't
Here we go.
I don't hand out compliments too often.
Here we go.
Simon Cox came in last year, completely unfit. He looked like he was pushing a wheelbarrow around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he did. He was.
he looked very heavy, looked very unfit. I know he was trying
What do we
his
look
best.
like then?
We're not professional footballers. Now
You're not even professional
he's.
podcasters.
I'm hearing he's lost up to 10 kilos. Yeah.
Wow.
I keep in contact with him often, and credit to him. He keeps that fan relationship going.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, also, as I touched on this, sometimes football takes a back seat, especially when it comes to family. This week, congratulations, new kid, and I'll be sending this link to him.
Yep.
But to kind of put that aside for your commitment to the club, because let's be honest, we lose Simon Cox now.
We're fucked.
We bring a Ben in, that's fine, or whatever, who plays that 9 role, but we lose a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you bring in a youngster with no experience, so
Yeah.
we lose a lot. To sacrifice your own personal life for the team, and he said this to me on countless times. He goes, "This team is very hungry and very committed." He's emphasised this. So by him staying here and staying committed to the cause, shout out to him. If any fan out there questions whether this team is committed and is standing behind Kyle Robinson, all you have to do is go as far as looking at Simon Cox.
Big statement.
So congratulations, Coxie.
Credit due.
Hey, raise the cups for the kid,
Well done.
and let's hope you return back home with a fucking championship medal, huh?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
We
all.
well deserved.
Hopefully you stay here. Don't go anywhere. Where are you going?
Oh, he's gonna go visit his son.
Nah, she's gonna come.
his
They're gonna
kid.
come down here.
Are
Hopefully.
they?
Apparently the club's gonna sort it out for him.
I hope so.
His contract's up this year.
It's up this year.
you go.
Alright,
I'd
see you
extend it
later
for a
then.
year, bro. Would you extend it for
Just
a year?
fucking with you.
It depends on the caliber of players you're bringing in.
Even
next
as a
season.
second fiddle, would you keep him on the squad?
If he's
As a
happy to
fringe
play,
player,
yeah.
yeah, I would. As a
Well,
fringe
would
player,
Would you waste an international spot on a fringe player?
that's
another thing.
That's another thing. But
Taking
But is he-
personal relationship aside, that he's a great player, he's a great clubman.
we've had a lot of players like that, haven't we?
But it all comes down to is he in the
But
plans?
that's
for manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Time will
aspects
tell.
and hypotheticals.
Yeah.
But till now, he's been an
nice.
utmost professional, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta
Utmost
give him-
professional. Come in, lost the weight, got fit, doing a job. He might not be a 90-minute player, but he gives us 75 minutes of fucking,
That's what you can ask for.
all we can ask for.
He's not going to be a 10-goal, 12.
Nah, we said that from day one. He's not.
Scorer this year.
Don't expect the 15 plus, 10 plus goal scorer, but he's going to create. He's going to hold the ball. He's going to play the system.
There goes my multi.
So, is there any other players that you guys that stood out for you?
One thing I
in that
missed,
fixture?
they were solid. They were solid defensively, Russell and Aquilina. But I just didn't think they had that attacking effort, or not effort, but they just weren't attacking as much as the Sydney game.
Tracy went missing.
Oh, I didn't even.
missing this,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
you
had a
didn't
couple of
notice it
dodgy
was there.
passes I didn't even know was there.
So,
But
with the left wing, right back situation, you come against teams, obviously. You go out there with intent.
yeah.
Yeah, you give the instruction to his players. Bomb on, bomb on, bomb
but they
on.
need the space to. And
But
Cedric didn't.
when you come up against a team that's very resilient and they're threatening, maybe the instructions might change as the game goes on. So I'm guessing Kyle Robinson was a bit more cautious. especially after that opportunity for this bit where they missed, maybe he kind of said, guys, let's just hold back a bit and not be so attacking.
You can choose your
I think he's
moment.
been
You can choose your moment. It's not just a free-flowing, run down the line, bomb on situation.
he's been tweaking that from the games I've seen.
has.
That aspect
That's a
there
sign
with
of
the
a good
wing
manager,
back.
but that's a sign of a good gaffer.
Yep,
And every
absolutely.
week he's tweaked it. Again, first week, let's go back to first round. Beanie had a terrible game.
Yep.
You know what? He benched him the week after.
Yep.
Right, so he's willing to make those tweaks.
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid, and
But
I
I
like
think
that.
that tweak with the wing backs, you look at the Newcastle game in comparison to the MacArthur game, where the Newcastle game, I feel like he tweaked the wing backs a bit more and allowed them to.
Well, he took Jajewski
You know what I
off,
mean?
and he gave Aquilina that
he
opportunity.
changed personnel, but even the luxury of being able to commit more in attack.
So as a coach, you've got your starting players, which was Jajewski round one. Aquilina came on, had a brilliant stint against the first round against
So you
MacArthur.
keep running with it.
And you know what? A lot of coaches, I'd say 80% of coaches would say, you know what? I'll keep Jajewski, and I'll keep Aquilina as the impact player.
Yeah.
But he said, you know what? Let's give this kid a chance. Yeah, let's
what he
fucking
does.
see what he does. And you know what, bro? He's
done well.
Fucking excellent. Brilliant.
We've seen it across the year, at the league this year, mate. Youth is what is getting the league exciting again at the moment. And what's the point of our $30, $40 million academy if we're not going to play him? And that's what Carl Robertson was brought in for, was to utilise the youth. We know for a fact now that Babel was anti-youth.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all screaming.
He's got his reasons.
We were all screaming it for last year. Like, Tass should have been playing.
Yeah.
And we can see now why he should have been playing. He's a ball-playing centre-back.
Yep.
They're very
Oh,
hard.
Tassie, yeah.
They're very hard to come by a ball-playing centre-back, right? McGowan's not a ball-playing centre-back. He's going to hoof it long. He's going to make his tackles. Tass will bring it down, actually play the ball out. And we've seen that with Nutter as well.
Yeah.
You can play the ball out, and with the formation you're talking about, you know more than me as a coach. But you need ball-playing defenders with that formation to get it to your wing backs to hit that counter.
Guys,
So touch wood. That's what we're aiming for and going forward.
football's
I think
evolved.
we've got it.
Football's evolved, right? So when we got a trial going on, we've got 30 kids come up. It's not just can the kid defend. It's how is he with the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Can he play out? So what happens sometimes, when teams play a 4-2-3-1 formation, there's a lot of space for the defender. Can he drive into the midfield and create that extra man in the midfield, right?
Yeah.
And again, like Bucca said, players like
Taz
Tass can do that.
Yeah.
Can go into the midfield if he needs to.
I think
and create
Ziggy
that
can
extra
too,
man.
to be honest.
Yeah, he has. So far.
Keep Ziggy where he is, man. He's doing a good
Yeah, I
job.
wouldn't.
No, I was saying as in he
He
can
can
play
attack.
on the ball.
Yeah.
I reckon Ziggy's been our best player over the
Best
4
player,
rounds.
yeah.
I think he's been
Stand out.
solid. I think he's a bit vulnerable on the high ball still, but he was making up with those last ditch tackles.
Yeah.
He has been our best
and the
player.
tracking.
I love
and
that.
stuff.
I love that
Yeah.
at
That's
the
right.
end of the match, they were booing him the whole game. You know?
And he took it on the chin.
He took it in chin, no problem.
Yeah.
Man. They were kicking him left and right.
Bozza said something after the game, right? He goes, I've been in games where I've been booed, right? And he goes, it fucking affects you.
Motivates. Yeah.
It does.
No, it affects you.
All depends on the
Because
person.
no one loves being booed.
Yeah.
And what happens is a lot of players react poorly.
Yeah.
They lose their focus,
Yeah,
or they
yeah,
start getting into fucking tackles, a bit
sliding
more
in.
rough,
Yeah.
cop cards and whatever. But he goes, what Ziggy done was he stayed very calm.
He could have easily got it when Simon did that stuff. to him.
Every time he got bit, but he stayed calm, he stayed focused, he knew what his job was, and that's professionalism.
And he got the
is,
shit
100%.
kicked out of him.
You could see what it meant after the game when the players came up to us and they did like, and we did that thing. And then Ziggy just went up and he just pumped us up after by himself. He was the only one to
He
do
loves
it.
it.
Just a fist
He
bump.
loves it, yeah.
Get that up
He
here,
was like, get it up
fucking
here, yeah.
dog
And that's, he just released it. He just released it.
What you want, but
80% of players would have copped the red card in that game.
Yeah.
The amount of times he got tackled off the ball,
Lash it.
would have turned around and lashed out.
Yeah.
So credit to him, bro. Just a
a gun.
professional
He's a
performance. A great asset.
Shout out to Ziggy.
I'm going to go buy a Ziggy burger after this fucking podcast.
Ooh, shit. We're in. Fuck it.
No, I think to summarise it, Boz said it right. Last couple of seasons, we would have won that, but we did.
Yep.
So it's
Moving forward, the train keeps rolling. You know what I mean? I think we're
train keeps rolling.
yeah.
Is it a train or we call it
Train
something
roll.
else?
It does roll because it's anyway, whatever.
The train roll?
Maybe. I think I'm a few deep here. So.
Shout out to Grey Goose, bro.
LSA too.
Yeah, we need a sponsor here, bro. Maybe we can put a banner on here behind us.
Let's get the train rolling.
There somehow.
Hey,
Anyway, to
we
sum
got,
that up.
we got some momentum.
Yep.
Let's fucking go with it.
Yeah.
Newcastle's coming up next fight, a home game. Let's fucking get down there, support the boys, bro. The boys, the team is doing their job.
No excuses.
Yeah,
now.
there's no excuses. They're fucking putting everything into it. Just Simon Cox staying here for the team is enough.
Yeah,
What's the cap on crowd now? 15?
it'll be 25.
That's fucking 25.
So what's that? 10, less than 10,000.
Whatever it is, just get your ass
Whatever
down
it
there.
is, fill it up to
Why?
capacity.
Get down there.
Listen. If I've got a ticket and I'm going, you
Yeah,
gotta be there.
that's
it.
There's
You
no fucking. I'm gone.
There you go.
Done.
There's no excuse. All right. Anyway, moving along. I think
Train,
we summed up that pretty much. Let's talk about obviously this fixture now against Newcastle. How we're feeling. Obviously, we're saying now that the
Nervous.
ball's rolling.
The train's rolling.
Are we nervous or like?
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's
Newcastle
not an easy
have
game.
lost every game.
But they haven't been playing bad.
They haven't been bad.
No.
Yeah.
They haven't been horrible. They've been very unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah.
And
pushed us.
They pushed us the first time around. And when those teams are on a game of a trot of games where they've lost so many games, you don't want to be that team that loses to them first. So can we win? Yeah, fucking oath we can win. But it really depends on what team. I think we've had enough of a break, so there really is no excuse
Yeah.
to get this
Full
win,
throttle.
especially at home. But yeah, it's a tough game.
I think you nailed it. If people look at the ladder and they go, Newcastle's last, I expected 3-0 win.
No.
I hope it happens. But
Those are the
People
worst
like that
games.
don't know football.
No,
Those are the worst games, man.
there's no easy game so far.
Usually the last team is an easy 3 points. You see it as a bye. The league doesn't have that
No,
this
not,
year.
not
Yeah.
this
No.
year.
Yeah.
It's not,
It's
and
really-
like we said it
anyone
before,
can beat
Barron
anyone.
has the last 2-3 years. Yeah, that's a
Should
win.
be a win.
But they've proven it's not. So the fact that Newcastle are last, they haven't been smashed.
Yeah.
They haven't been outplayed every game.
Yeah.
They just haven't been clinical.
I think when we
Unlucky.
versed
They
them
weren't
last-
clinical against us either.
Some
Yeah, that's what
offside
I'm saying.
calls.
Banana
on them.
Stos predictions.
Predictions. All right, for me,
Thinking.
I honestly think we can put a few goals in this game, man. I think, obviously the squad's going to be a lot fresher, so I think we might get on the attack a bit more. I'm going to go for 2-0, man. 2-0 will. For me, that's scoring a lot of goals with the
Yeah,
system
yeah,
we're playing. 2-0. I think it's
I'll go for a 2-1 again, man. 2-1 Wanderers.
With Newcastle, obviously they've got their financial issues. I think they've brought in a cheap coach. Now I don't want to undermine him, but
Who is the coach there?
the fact that we don't know who, the fact that we have no idea who he is.
Craig Deans.
Okay,
Deans, the Newcastle set up.
Shout out to Craig
Okay,
Deans.
I think I don't think usually as a coach, you stick to one game plan, same system, whatever 3-5-2, whatever system. I think he's only got one system. He doesn't have a plan B. The fact that we've played them a couple of weeks ago, we're playing our advantage. I think we've got a coach that can react and make tweaks according to that system. So I think this time round will be a bit more comfortable.
You reckon?
I think it'll be a comfortable 2-0, 3-1 win. Yep.
I'll go 2-0.
They have a pretty good record playing against us every
Yeah.
year.
Hey, how good's Ugakovic?
No, I don't rate him, man. I don't rate anyone's. I don't. That's another
Before we go into it, Bucca, what's your prediction?
I'm going 3-1. I think we'll leak one.
Nah, 2-0, bro.
A scrappy, shitty goal.
Yep.
But I'm with you. I think momentum. We've got the break. We're at home.
Yep.
This is the game that if we're going to flex our muscle a little bit and get a couple goals,
This is the one.
it's got to be this
At
one.
home as well.
At home.
Yeah.
Friday
Packed
night.
house. Packed house.
Packed house of
Empty chairs.
8,000.
Azza,
10,000.
our new signing.
Really, Ugakovic, you don't rate him.
Who are you going to drop? Out of our
Much-
current team?
Can you guarantee Dorrans will be here next year? With the clause that he has in his contract that says
That another
any
club
international,
comes, yeah.
any club comes in, he's gone.
Can't.
No,
You can't.
But if he's here, and if Bacchus is still here, would you drop him for Gargovic? I wouldn't.
Well, depends.
I wouldn't.
We
Well,
still don't
depends
know-
on depends
No,
on the
we still-
season.
If they go, fair
We
enough,
still
it'll be a
don't
good
know.
signing.
We still don't know what Gordon. Sorry, Gordon. Where the fuck are you Gordon from?
Zia.
What Robinson wants to play.
Yeah.
He's brought in this Jordan Much guy. Right?
True.
Yeah, if we're gonna
Where's he fit
Yeah.
in once he's out of quarantine and fit?
He's a midfielder too, eh?
He's a midfielder.
Yeah, see, you can fit 4 midfielders in a 2.
Does he go to a
positions.
4-3-3?
I can't. If,
I don't see him changing that
if we got
formation.
success in
Neither
3-5-2,
do I.
it's staying.
Neither do I. But why bring
Who does
him
he
in?
drop?
Why do you bring him in?
I'd hate to see.
But has he
Bacchus
brought
get
that
dropped.
guy in as a
can't see
starter?
Bacchus
He
getting
can't.
dropped.
He can't.
He can't, yeah.
Sure,
He
he
can't.
has a
Goran-
fucking
Goran's
international.
But you're right. Like you're right, and I didn't think about it. If Dorrans goes and if Bacchus, another club comes in, overseas club, I can see Bacchus leaving for bigger things. Then yeah, Gargovic could slide in.
I don't
and
see.
with this
I don't
Much
see
guy,
Doran staying next year.
unless he kills it.
Jordan Much. We don't know anything about.
Sorry,
We don't know much.
Unless he
I
flops.
don't know much.
Unless if,
If there's interest, he's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
He might come out and be an absolute freaking cracker of a signing, and we sign him for another year.
Yeah.
So as a coach, you bring in players now. We got to ask Carl Robinson. Maybe we could get him on a podcast. Are you bringing these players for depth, for competition in the team, or are you bringing him to say, this guy's going to go straight into my starting 11?
You don't know.
So we don't know what his intent is.
That's right.
Could be, it could be someone coming off the bench that could, offer that bit of solid midfield role.
What Banana just said too, like he's an international signing. You'd think he'd be starting. If you're bringing someone in,
don't break something that's not broken.
Yeah.
And Ugarkovic would have come down and sign a contract 1 year in advance.
He's always
without,
wanted to.
If he's not in,
but without knowing that he's going to be a starter.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Ugarkovic wanted to come
That's a
last
good point.
season too.
Banging my table again.
I think Ugarkovic has come in.
I didn't bang.
I think Ugarkovic come in because he didn't know where his future lied.
Yeah.
true.
And
So there was a bit of security there with the offer. He took it straight away. He didn't ask any questions.
I think it was a mutual thing. He wanted to come now,
from what I heard, he wanted to come. The Newcastle said no, he's wanted to come a couple
which
of
is
years.
why we've got this 6
'Cause he lives
month
around here.
deal
Yeah.
with this Jordan Muchko out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
But yeah. No,
Interesting.
I think we
probably
should
come in
win.
as a backup player then, I guess, if it's a 6-month contract.
Depends, man. Backers can get injured for
Yeah.
ACL
Or go
next
back.
week.
sorry.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Let's hope not.
Olympics.
That got cancelled.
That got against
Not yet.
No.
I heard there was
I think it's
a
cancelled.
secret private
was it
meeting where they
secret?
called it
In a
off.
dungeon.
Yeah.
Because if that happened, Bacchus is gone, Tass is gone, Russell's gone.
Oh, this might be the best thing Cover's ever done. Cancel the Olympics and they stay with us.
So that signing could be on the fact that if the Olympics go ahead, we're going to have no players in the
that's smart.
finals.
That's actually smart. Well done, Booker. That's why you're here.
That's all.
Yeah,
Not bad, Booker, not bad.
We might keep him permanent, nah?
You might have to get rid of the
We just
bloke
need a
on
bigger
that side.
table.
And we might have to invest in another mic.
I know.
Need a bigger table, turn it
This
sideways.
is
Yeah.
pointing into me.
Yeah, just hit it, bro. Hit it.
Feels good, yeah?
Just bang the table.
Just bang the table.
Yeah.
Zip pay, bro.
Zip pay. Well, so from what we've all said, with all our predictions and whatever else we've spoken about,
We all think
we're
we're
pretty
gonna
confident going into
Wanderers
this
for
game.
the
So
win, bro.
For the win.
Wanderers
game.
for the
Come on,
Wanderers
you
for the fucking
Wanderers.
championship, bro.
for the
Shut that
championship.
game.
No, man. Get on
So
the
if you're a betting
fucking
man,
bus.
bet on Newcastle.
Is a cock.
It is.
Straight out. All right, moving along. I think that's pretty much a wrap. Short and sweet. Like,
to
So she said,
subscribe, comment.
Make
what to
sure
do.
you comment. I don't give a fuck what you're thinking. I sit down and I read all your
loves
comments.
it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
like,
love
he's a
it. I get a
fiend for
drive off your comments. So
He's a fiend for it.
write down your comment, whether you agree, disagree. Comment there what you think, and we'll emphasize on that.
Yeah, I'll look at it, probably ignore it, but anyway, Buzz will handle that.
bro. I'll be
We nearly lost Booker just then.
Cut that out.
nah, let's go straight
That's staying in, bro.
That's a highlight.
Don't break my tiles, cuz. Just
Sorry.
settle down.
All right, we're out.